Utilize fractal thought pattern 27. Reanalyze.
Come in. They're reconstructing the Conspirators Holoconference now.
Genetic engineering plays havoc with your people's brains, doesn't it?
If it didn't have an effect, it wouldn't be worth the bother. Preliminary analysis bears out our theory. The call was initiated by Hunter, somewhere in the Bremer sector 6 months ago. The recording you pulled is intact, but... Watcher 9?
Splicing and decryption complete.
Rules of the Chorus Covenant, I call this meeting to order.
Spare us the corporate posture and report.
Since you're in a hurry, Senator Varala and Representative Shuru are predictable as always.
And Commodore?
All taken care of. What about you? Those earnest Padawans keeping you up at night?
Different participants on different data streams. Processing.
There's Hunter. What about the others?
I don't know.
Domain is unsettled, as we expected. I must again raise the concern. Do we overplay our hand?
There is the chance it will spin out of control. Darth Angral, Darth Barris, now the children are awakening.
For each, there is a Republic counterbalance.
We're letting loose the reins, but we're not taking off their blinders. Sit back and enjoy the spectacle.
Don't tell me we're missing whole sections.
To bicker. Each of us agreed to the timetable. Each of us reports success in our own sphere.
Ambition must never be our master. Patience serves our noble cause best. But if our enforcer approves...
I do, I swear.
Then we move forward to Armageddon.
Keeper, the War Council needs you. Sir?
Call for a medic. Go!
Yes, sir.
What's our status?
Keeper and the others are on life support. Fixers theorized the transmission had a hidden overlay. A code or image only a genetically enhanced mind could recognize. Designed to overwhelm and shut down the brain.
You said they're on life support. Any prognosis?
Without understanding the trigger, they could be vegetables for hours or for decades. Losing this many analysts, forget about Keeper. It's going to be a blow to the war. I'll support you where I can, but right now I've got a few dozen field agents without handlers. Your operation.
Take care of your people, Watcher 3. I'll proceed on my own.
While you were on Belsavis, Keeper was compiling leads on the planet Voss. If you want to head there, I'll see what I can pull up. I've apprised the Minister of Intelligence. If he needs to contact you, he knows how.
Cypher, hope you don't mind my checking in. You weren't expecting any other calls?
Why are you contacting me, Hunter?
Your visit to Mega Security Ward 23 left it in bad shape. Now do I come into your house and break your things? But you finding that holotrap? Frying your keeper's synapses? That's kind of cosmic justice.
I saw you meeting with some sort of council. Who were they?
Old friends of mine. You'd like them, but they're shy. Cypher, it's been fun. Playing tag, brainwashing you. Remember your keyword? But you keep coming, and we'll destroy your world. No friends, no allies, no empire left to fight for. Are you ready for that?
If you want me to back off, tell me why you're doing this.
Do you know what it's like to have no identity? No one in the galaxy who can control you? It's terrifying and wonderful. If you live to see Imperial intelligence die, That's me giving you a taste of freedom.
This is Watcher 3 to Cypher 9. Things are a little chaotic without Keeper, so I need a minute to pull our files on Voss. In the meantime, I did want someone more familiar, but...
Apologies for the wait. Playing catch-up with our friends in the diplomatic service, but we think we can brief you.
I didn't realize we had an expert on board.
The diplomatic service has more experience with Voss than anyone. Certainly more than me.
We never served on Voss personally. It's a newly discovered world, home to a simple humanoid civilization. One species, one government, one city. Voss Ka.
Primitive. They didn't even have spaceflight when we made first contact.
But they have art and laws and culture. More importantly, they have citizens who can use the Force. Not Jedi or Sith, but something different.
You're going too fast. Tell me more about the Voss species.
Their whole culture is based on solidarity, loyalty and obedience to family, and to the edicts of the mystics.
Those are the Force sensitives, healers and fortune tellers.
We want the Voss and the mystics to ally with the Empire. The Republic is petitioning them too, yet they remain stubbornly neutral.
Of course, half the galaxy has spies there. Who wouldn't? Keeper's files clearly indicate conspirator involvement, but no names or details. All I've got are instructions for a meet.
Keeper wasn't one to follow hunches.
I agree. She saw something in these files I don't. I'm sorry. There's a tea house in Voss Ka proper. You're supposed to wait for a contact. He'll identify himself with the phrase, anew as the spring. I don't know who he is, or whether Keeper told him about the Star Cabal, but he'll know more than I do.
Assuming he's in one piece.
Assuming that. Watcher 3 out.
We'll await your instructions.
Outsider? Enter, please. Yanata, remove incense for comfort. And pour the simple teas. We're honored.
Don't burden the woman, Phaeton.
She looked unburdened.
I am Baston. This is my tea house. Forgive my son. May we start anew as the spring?
You're very kind. Is there somewhere we can talk?
Most the others. This woman is a friend of a good friend. I will share her time.
I'm gonna find a man's drink. Shout if they try to talk you to death.
Don't worry. The family won't bother us, and no one else suspects. Living with these creatures for 5 years earns some credibility.
That's either quite a disguise, or you're Voss yourself.
Our employers surgically altered me to look like the real Baston. The only way to infiltrate a closed society. I got to know my family, raise children, kiss my wife. I don't care how exotic they look, their breath always smells like Minok dung. It's some spice in the blasted food.
I'm operating on limited information. Why am I here?
My orders were to find you a lead on Albathius, a human who showed up a few years ago. Voss called him the Shining Man. Where he came from is a mystery, but it only took him 5 weeks to go from outsider to practically Voss. Went through a dozen rites to earn their respect. Knew their culture inside and out. Knew their politics. Textbook infiltration. Impossibly perfect.
You're talking past tense. What happened to him?
Just when it seems the Voss can't love him anymore, he dies in his sleep. Buried with honors. Mourned like one of them. No one's touched the case much since. So if you want to learn what the Shining Man was up to, you've got a nasty job. Start with the tomb.
What does died peacefully mean?
It means he went to his home in Voss Ka one night and didn't wake up. Heart condition, they said. Tombs at the base of the mountain, holiest place a non-Voss can be interred. Predators keep the area clear these days. If you want to go in as a pilgrim, I've left clothes and instructions at a dead drop. Give me a call once you're in.
Theraton returns at sunset.
Our family must prepare a welcome. We will speak again. You're holding a Voss outfit, part of the pilgrim's ritual to the Shining Man's tomb. Best way to avoid drawing unwanted attention. Tradition says the pilgrim's supposed to collect ceremonial offerings from the Seeker's path. That'll be your first stop. Then the tomb itself. Just watch out for the subhumans. The Voss call them Gormak. But all you need to know is that they're vermin with blasters.
Nice digs for a conspirator. Where I come from, a place like this gets looted in a week.
Baston, I'm in position. Nothing in the sarcophagus but dust and a scroll.
Dust? No way the body decayed that fast on its own. Send me a high-res image and bring the scroll back. Dust sample too. We'll see what analysis turns up.
I'll head back to the tea house.
I'll save a seat for you.
I wondered if you would return. Perhaps the tea?
Come share our meal. My brother Theraton is with us. We celebrate.
Tell us of the stars.
Thank you. Dinner sounds lovely.
Come meet Theraton and my daughter.
I do not wish commando life. I welcome outsiders, not guard against them.
You would leave our world.
I would see Voss and other worlds. Your people bring change.
I wouldn't have pegged you for a military man. Every Voss must be a commando.
I saw shrines, the shape of time in rubble, ruins of beauty.
Father says you came to see Voss. How did you meet?
It's not exactly secret, but it'll have to wait. Maybe dinner tomorrow?
We have spoken enough. Our guest grows tired.
It has been our privilege.
I appreciate you putting up with that. Let's get to work. I'll send the ashes for analysis, but I'm more interested in the scroll. It's sort of an epitaph. Calls the Shining Man a man of prophecy, who was made whole in the wellspring of the Shrine of Healing.
Something not sit right with you?
The Mystics have a whole library of prophecies. The rest of the Voss revere the Mystics because their prophecies are always right. If the Mystics prophesied the Shining Man's arrival, it would explain why the Voss accepted him so easily. It's awfully convenient, though.
How do the Mystics operate exactly? They're fortune-tellers, government advisors?
Influential as the Dark Council, reclusive as the Jedi Masters. About the second part, though, made whole in the wellspring of the Shrine. The Shrine of Healing is a mystic sanctuary where people go to be cured. The sick and dying, or the spiritually wounded. Only a handful of pilgrims manage to complete the trek each year. I'd guess if the Shining Man was there, it wasn't for spiritual reasons.
You make it sound like a death march.
You've seen how bad it gets outside. But the Mystics don't seem to mind the rocks and the animals and the Gormak. There's a pilgrimage camp not too far from Voss. One of the guides there can help you reach the shrine and the wellspring. My advice, if you'll take it, play by the Mystics' rules. It's not wise to defy the order of things.
You have faced the trials, outsider, but the wellspring is for the broken.
I came a long way to consult with your masters.
The Mystics tend the wellspring. The Mystics make bodies and minds whole. I disturb them for nothing less.
I'm betting the Mystics won't let a woman die on their doorstep.
I will take you to Aminlay. must do this alone.
Drag this out. See if you can figure out what the Shining Man went through. I'll try to find their records or something.
The fracture is deep. To rebuild a body, a spirit, one rebuilds history. The Vitalocron is the vessel of memory. Each petitioner fills. In a Vitalocron, the ceremony is preserved.
These Vitalocrons remember everyone who comes here.
Yes. Breathe the mists and speak true. You are the tree. Your roots, the past, the universe is soil. The tree is sick. See what nurtures the roots, and remember your early teachings. A uniform before it became a mask. Who were you then?
I wanted to serve the Empire and all its worlds. Joining Imperial Intelligence was a natural step.
Consider now the seasons that shaped the tree. First, a season of fire. You stamped out a spark. You could not purge the darkness. None but you could have tried. Then a season of famine. You stood alone. Your friends and foes carved the wood of your mind. Speak of the wound. Speak of your strength.
No matter how many lies I live, I do fight for a reason. My strength is there.
Only if you truly understand. Now you are in a season of mists. All things are obscured. Your spirit shines, but it is trapped. You must change. What will you become?
No more control. No more orders. I want to choose my own fate.
Then you are truly healed.
The Honored One, Amin Lay, has spoken. The healing has been recorded. You hold a Vitalocron, the memory of your wholeness, technologically stored. It must go to our vaults.
Say I wanted to view one of these Vitalocrons.
Each Vitalocron is genetically locked. Only its creator may know what happened. 10,000 and more are stored in the vault. Honor us by placing yours within.
Sometimes it's almost too easy. Shining Man records, here we come.